What's up, everybody? Sean here, Most of the Metal. How you doing? Getting back into the groove here. Today is going to be Operation Vinyl Community, where it's kind of this thing going around where those that don't have a lot of subscribers trying to prop each other up. So I'll be talking about some of my favorite channels coming up very soon. But first, let's talk about what's in the background. Opening the Hellgates by Fulci. I've talked about these guys not too long ago with their album Tropical Sun that came out in 2019. It's a modern day classic, in my opinion. These guys are out of Italy on Time to Kill Records. I believe they're out of Michigan. Has a cool little lyric page in here. This is a remaster of their 2015 album. It's got pretty cool vinyl variants. This is the bluish, cloudy version, very nice looking. These guys are great. I think all of their albums are around Fulci movies. This one was inspired by... I can't remember which fucking movie this was inspired by. Oh, City of the Living Dead, I believe. It came out in 1980. All the lyrics are around horror movies. All the riffs are great. All the songs are written very well. The remastered version of this is just killer. I can't say enough great things about these guys. Listen to this. Listen to this riff. Sample from a movie thrown in, and then they switch over to this halftime breakdown thing. I mean, goddamn. This is what death metal should be, in my opinion. These guys can do no wrong. I believe the vinyl version. Turn that down just a touch so Metal Mikey doesn't get scared. He's down here somewhere. Their new one comes out, I think it comes out, is it in July? I have pre-ordered it. I was trying to find that. I'll link it below so you guys can go pre-order it, but they broke all kinds of records, even on Bandcamp, I think it was, and even some other platforms I can't remember for pre-sales. I believe a lot of the shit sold out almost immediately, so folks are catching on, and that's a great thing. But today, we're not here to talk about Fulci so much. We're going to talk about other channels that I watch in the vinyl community, we'll call it. I'm not just a vinyl collector. You can see over here I have cassettes. You can see over here I have CDs. I collect memorabilia, CDs, cassettes, any kind of physical format pretty much that pertains to music I collect. So even though we are calling it this Operation Vinyl Community, if you don't care about vinyl, you're still going to find a lot of stuff in these channels that you like. So I have a list here. If I miss anyone, I do apologize. But these are a lot of channels that came to mind when I thought of this. So we'll start. And I'm going to link all these folks below, so please go subscribe to them. And they're in alphabetical order. These aren't in any favoritism orders or anything like that. Just people I really enjoy watching, and I try to find folks that I discover bands that aren't, talked about on every other channel, right? So everyone's heard of Cannibal Corpse. Everyone's heard of Napalm Death. Everyone's heard of bands like that. So I try to go to other channels where I'm like, hey, there's a new band I haven't heard of. So anyway. Aaron Muthalamer, how this guy doesn't have 10,000 subscribers is beyond me. He's very entertaining. A lot of primarily metal. He's got a 80s, 90s hair metal fascination, which I enjoy. I have some of the same. He just likes rock and roll and music in general. He has something called Tipsy Tuesdays, where he just listens to stuff and headbangs and rocks out and drinks beer. Usually in his LA Chargers gear. Is it LA Chargers now? I can't remember where the Chargers are. Teams are changing so much these days. But check out Aaron. Very entertaining. Analog Archives. This is Dennis. I started watching him quite a while ago. He's just got a killer collection. Not to be confused with Analog Archive, which is the non-plural version. Completely different channel. That guy's channel is actually pretty good too. For those of you that aren't into metal, I don't recall him, the videos I've seen, he talks about metal very much. But he does have a pretty good collection. But Dennis has a great, deep, old-school metal collection. He pulls out demos, cassettes, 45s of old shit I wish I had. For those of you that are younger, I recommend going to his channel and kind of getting a metal history lesson, if you will. Chris over at Audio Obsession. He's fairly new. I discovered him through recommendation of another channel. Pretty much a lot of metal. He talks about... what was he talking about the other day that I saw? Can't remember, sorry. But I think he plays some music as well on his channel, so I enjoy watching some of that as well. Zag's Abyss, Matt, Metal Collection. He talks about video games too sometimes. I'm not a huge gamer. I play Call of Duty and probably the new Halo whenever that comes out, but check out his channel. Chris over at Black Star Vinyl has lots of metal. I like his Instagram as well. He puts some pretty funny sayings out there. I guess they're considered memes or whatever, but they're kind of inspirational. Some of them are kind of dirty, which I appreciate. So if you're kind of offended easily, don't go to his Instagram. That was Black Star Vinyl, yeah. Brendan Von Doom from Down Under. Always shows killer stuff. He's always in a great mood. He's one of those dudes that if you knew him in person, you'd probably swear he's a life of the party. Just super chill, laid-back guy. Enjoy his channel a lot. Pretty sure he's from Australia. Brian Arkham. He is also from Illinois, like I am. I feel like we kind of grew up in the same era. We have some of the same tastes in music. He's got a pretty good Instagram as well. I need to get better at the Instagram thing if anyone cares about that and showing pictures. It's just when you have 15 irons in the fire, it's hard to remember. I'm not a huge social media dude. But yeah. Chris Rankin's Music Crush. Him and I go back and forth in the comment section quite a bit. If you want to learn anything about prog metal, prog in general, go to Chris. We seem to have a lot in common. I believe he's from Australia too, but I can't remember. Pretty much anyone that's not from the USA, I'm just going to say they're from Australia. But yeah, we have a lot in common. We share bands with each other in comment sections, like, hey, you like this? Check this out. Oh shit, if you like that, check this band out. It goes without saying, with all these folks, my bank account gets drained. I just find shit left and right. But I keep a list too, which I think has grown to over 500 or 600 things I need to check out. And it grows every week, which is a good problem to have. Karabi Crew. That's Frankie. He's like an old metal pop dude from the 80s and 90s. Sorry, allergies, Illinois. If you're not in Illinois, you know, we got 8 or 9 inches of rain in like a day or some shit. So everyone's having fun with their basements right now. Karabi Crew, like I said, Frankie's an old school metal dude. He also shows some pop and whatnot. He goes to thrift stores and whatnot and shows what he pulls in, which is cool. Cosmic Vinyl, Brian. He always does a cool intro where he'll play a song and before he even comes into the picture. And then he'll slowly come in and start mouthing along to the songs. Very entertaining, very knowledgeable as well. Dark Hymns from the North. Can't remember the guy's name. Shame on me. But he talks about a lot of great metal music, and he also talks about horror movies. Gotten a lot of great recommendations from him on horror. He also buys the Blu-rays up and everything, so shout out. Dr. October. Punk and metal. Very entertaining. One of the shooting stars, I think, of the vinyl community, where he'd drink a beer and talk about metal, punk, and some other heavier types of music. Fozzy Vinyl Mania over at Fozzy. He's over at Vinyl Mania. Metalhead from Believe Again from Down Under. Very relaxing. Again, always positive. Always showing some stuff. A lot of stuff I'm familiar with, but some that I'm not. So, always great to see his channel. Grease Paint Monkey Brains. Great collection. He does these TV casualty videos, where it's like a collage of retro stuff, like commercials and music videos and just weird shit. Very knowledgeable. Surprised he doesn't have a lot more subscriptions. G-Rock, he shows some great stuff too from all genres. He doesn't show himself on camera. He just kind of shows the items that he's talking about. You hear him talking in the background, which is kind of a different take. Jacob over at Hymns of My Wake. Talks about metal all the time, every time. That's a great thing, as you know. Some stuff, I'd say about half the stuff I'm familiar with. The other half, I'm like, where the hell did that come from? Write it down. Go check it out. So, shout out. JC Rock and Metal Reviews. I believe that's John. He does a lot of ranking videos, which I kind of like. I like to hear people's perspectives on rankings, because sometimes you buy an album and you're like, I want to keep it, but I don't want to get rid of it. You're in the middle. He'll do a ranking video of a band and talk about all their albums, and you're like, those 3 albums I haven't listened to in like 10 years, so I should go back and listen to it. And he'll talk about some of the cool songs on it. Shout out. Jeff Witcher, Vinyl Destination. How this guy doesn't have a shit ton of subscribers is beyond me. He's hilarious, insightful. He's not just a metal guy, which I like. He also does the Four Corners videos, where I think he works with some other guys to bring up a topic. What's your favorite top 5 80s hair metal songs? And they'll spend, each person will talk about the song, and then they'll all chime in. Very cool. It's kind of like a round table type thing. Josh Quiche, I think is how you pronounce it. He's very new. Punk Metal Psych. He also plays guitar, which is cool. I play guitar, just not as much as I used to. Yet another iron in the fire I need to get better at. Working on, put it that way. Killing for Company. I believe his name's Kellen. He's also shows good stuff. It's always metal. Can appreciate that. He's got a nice sound system too. Let's Talk Metal. Alan. Extremely knowledgeable, insightful, fun to listen to. He's kind of one of those, if there were ever like a class being taught on metal, and you thought, hell yeah, I'm going to sign up for that class, like in college, if you walked into the room, this guy's like who the professor would be. That's the best way to describe him. Low Noise Jason Skills. He's kind of electronic music DJ, metal punk guy. I believe he's from Canada. He has his own store as well. He does live chats, etc. Melanie Loves Death Metal. Fairly new. Not a lot of women in the metal community, but she has a killer death metal collection. Is always highlighting new stuff. Enjoy watching her videos. Thomas over at Merciful Metal, another great channel. Metal Miners, Cody and Anthony, are hilarious. They go back and forth with each other on their videos. They do their own videos. It's kind of like a father and son thing out of, I believe they're in Florida. They like to showcase their dog too. I don't know if you can see. There's Metal Mikey down there. He's asleep. Mama's gone, so he's pouting. Not whining though, which is good. Mr. Boulder has a huge collection of metal, and he does ranking videos as well. Nick Ruddo is very engaging, shows punk, metal, various types of music out there. Norwegian Black Cult, another one that doesn't show his face, but always shows some cool black metal, which, I don't care if I see your face or not. Physical Format Rock and Roll, Gary. Very calm, cool, collected. He's one of those guys you You could listen to him talk all day long. Like if he was a radio DJ or something like that, you'd be like, yeah, tune into this guy. He's engaging. He sounds fun, chill. Raul Serrano, he's a big power metal guy. He also plays guitar. He'll do covers of songs, and he'll play along with them, and he'll headbang like he's at a show, a one-man show. Always fun to watch. Ryan Kidd, he is kind of my go-to guy for punk rock. The guy has a vast knowledge of punk rock. I have a TV in the background showing some cool videos. He brings up all kinds of punk bands I've never ever heard of, and it's all great, so check him out. Swellheads Network, I believe his name's Aaron, very entertaining, shows metal and punk. The Death Doom Metalhead Liam from the UK, he's my go-to for doom and gloom music. He turned me on to a band, on Thorns I Lay. I have not reviewed it yet, I just had to look over here on my pile. Great stuff. He always has great recommendations. A lot of it I've heard of before, but the majority I haven't, so shout out over to Liam. Rick of the Dreadful Minutes, another great metal channel. He does a lot of live stream shit too. Todd Guy the Thrashing Zombie, kind of laid back reviews. A lot of the stuff I've heard, but there are some gems that I am not familiar with. Trevor Hickey, very active, always shows great stuff. His personality is great. You never know what fucking direction he's coming from. Always keeping you on your toes. Shout out to him. And then the last but not least is Wandering Souls webzine. Apologize, I don't remember the dude's name, but he always has great reviews on his YouTube. He's always highlighting stuff on his Instagram as well. So that's it for a lot of the folks I follow. Please watch below all the different links. First of all, subscribe to all these folks. They're all great. Very entertaining. You're going to learn something, I promise you. You think you know everything about music. It's one of those things you always learn about new, great music. No matter if you're my age, in my 40s, or you're 20, or you're 60. There's always a band out there that someone's ecstatic about and thinks everyone should hear it and just hasn't yet because you were never exposed to it. So YouTube's a great way for that to happen. So thank you for checking out the channel, guys. I promise more videos to come very soon. Life's getting back to normal, and I will catch you all very soon. Have a good one. Later.